Good morning from the Eureka Sand Dunes in Death Valley, California. Isn't that pretty neat? So I don't know how sand dunes are constructed because there's rock over there, there's rock over there. Now I do know it has something to do with the wind, which I can completely agree with because it rocked the truck the entire night. One other cool feature about these sand dunes is that once it gets over 100 degrees here in the desert, these things start to hum. They make this weird noise, and it's like a musical note, but it's only one solid note, and it's continuous, only over 100 degrees. It's about 40 degrees right now, so I'm not going to be able to catch it. Looks like I'm going to keep on going back that way behind the dunes, and then hopefully I'll get to Racetrack Playa today, check out some of the warm springs. I'd like to soak in some of the warm springs today too. So that's the plan, that's the current situation. Y'all come on, let's go. So I wanted to show you guys where we are in relation to everything. So basically I'm following this track on down. The next thing coming up is going to be Marble Bath, then it's Upper Warm Springs, Middle Warm Springs, and then I'm going to go out on a limb and say that says Lower. Yep, Lower Warm Springs. Saline Valley Dunes are right in there, and looks like Racetrack Playa will be right over there, as well as Teakettle Junction. So that's probably where I'll end up, is somewhere around there today, and maybe even over here or over here. So we're going to head on down. I don't know how long that is, but you know, these maps can be deceiving, so don't really have any particular plans. Wherever I get to is wherever I get to. So let's go check it out, see how far we can get. I tell you what, you don't understand emptiness until you come out to the desert. There's nobody. Yo! You don't even echo. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure that I'm the only person that could lose a set of Oakley sunglasses in the middle of the desert. How does that happen? I guess I set them up on top of the truck while I was trying to get the shot of the dunes coming from the back side. Well, and the reason I set them up on top of the truck is because they're polarized and you can't see the screen with polarized sunglasses. So nonetheless, I just not realized that they must have fell off, or I don't know, but they're missing. They're nowhere to be found. So what's so crazy is those sunglasses, I was riding down the street, they blew off my head. Not those, but ones identical to it blew off my head off the motorcycle. A buddy of mine rode his motorcycle with me one day and kept his pair that were identical to it in my saddlebag. 6 months probably go by, and I was like, hey man, I got your sunglasses. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it, just keep them. I got a bunch of Oakleys. So now here they are, lost again. Crazy. It is what it is. If you find a pair of Oakleys in the desert, you're welcome. The issue is width. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it through this. And that's the end of it. I've also got this step up, which I might be able to do it, but the width, again, is gonna be an issue. The wheelbase will also be an issue. Dang, I hear the jets flying through the canyon, which is something that I wanted to see. So right here is also going to be an issue. So apparently they fly these jets through the canyon every day, and I wanted to see it because it's supposed to be a spectacular thing, and I hear them, but I can't see them. At any rate, I believe we've come to the end of the road for the old Ram. I don't think that I'm going to be able to make it up this whole thing here. Man, I wish I had a spotter. I feel like with a spotter, then I could, you know, carefully place this thing where I need to. But without a spotter, and it's not my vehicle, I really don't want to push it. So, hey, the good news about turning around is I found my Oakleys. Score. I tell you, you don't realize how much you like sunglasses until you don't have any in the desert. All that dust, man. That's crazy. Jeez. Look at that. Unreal. All right, so what I did was I went back out to the kind of the main road area that trail had led me from. And this is the main road, the Death Valley Road, I believe it is. And this is that same series of mountains that I'm navigating through now. So hopefully I can hook back up with that same route that I was on, because that's what led me to the racetrack playa and the hot springs and all that good stuff. So what I'm hoping for is I'm hoping that I get on the other side of this set of mountains, and then from there I'm able to reconnect back to that set of trails that I was on earlier. All right, so I just pulled up to the 𝐼𝐵𝐵 crater or something like that. The wind is super blowing right now. Damn, I knew I should have waited to get a percolator. I could have just got one here. They just have the most random stuff in the middle of the desert. I'm not sure why, but the racetrack playa has always intrigued me. For some reason, somehow, and it's still a mystery, these rocks move across here and they leave these tracks, and nobody's ever figured it out. In the middle of the racetrack. How about that? That's pretty crazy, right? I think so. So I'm looking for some rocks that have moved, and I can't find any. Man, this is some kind of damn conspiracy. There ain't no moving rocks out here. What are they talking about? I hadn't seen not one rock move, and I hadn't seen no trails behind no rocks where they've been moved. I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, look, that rock been there for a long time. Now you do come across many different places like this. Like, where's the rock that was there? Is this the rock? And if so, how did it get, or is that the rock? And if so, how did it get all the way over here or over there from right here? Here's another spot. Looks like there used to be a rock. There's a rock over there. Is it possible? I mean, there's no trail. Like it's a jumping rock, you know? I don't know, man. They won't let you camp out here. Nobody's ever set up a time lapse. Although it is rather big, it'd be hard to catch all this on time lapse. Do these rocks really move? So apparently the rocks that are moving are at the southern end of the playa. We're gonna go down there. Interesting fact though, it is actually one of the flattest natural surfaces on Earth. Playa is a dry lake bed. So the reason this one's called the racetrack playa is because it's almost perfect in oval shape, and there's a rock formation in the middle of it that they've dubbed the grandstands. So pretty cool. We're gonna go see if we can't find these moving rocks down at the south side of it. That is really cool. So I guess they fly through this. This is a common thing, like I was saying, and I've been wanting to catch one. I just happened to catch that by chance. That's awesome. So apparently the mystery is solved. If you want to read it, it's a lot to digest. Basically, these things move on a floating sheet of ice is what they have theorized. Well, there's a rock. No trail. I think maybe it has something to do with the fact that it's been raining off and on in this area, so maybe the tracks are washed away. I don't know. It sucks though, because I was really looking forward to seeing those tracks. I just always been intrigued by that. I found the rock, but I didn't find the track. Yep, another rock, no tracks. And my hat blew off again. All right, This is Lippincott Pass, or Lippincott Pass, I'm not sure. But anyway, high clearance 4-wheel drive needed, and no tow service. That's the sign at the very front. So we're hoping for the best. It doesn't seem to be very, very tight, which is the problem that I had on that last pass. So we're gonna hope for the best. Very steep in some parts, as you can see. Gets a little technical right here. Coming through the canyon here. Tell you what, these damn 37s, man, they just roll right over anything. That's crazy, the difference in how this thing rolls over these rocks versus how Apple handles these rocks. But this is still a monstrosity. This is, you know, these people always want these Unimogs and these big earth roamers and stuff like that. I don't know where you're taking them. This right here is almost too big for this trail. I had to do a 3-point turn around one of the switchbacks, if that tells you anything. Came across this little hole in the rock, not real sure what it is. It'd make a good pizza oven though. I mean, you know, I would think. I think we're about to get some weather. You know, it would be my luck that it rained in the desert while I'm here. I mean, really? I just can't get away from the rain. No matter how hard I try. Pretty gnarly bump, and the campers shifted a little bit on me. Apparently all the washboard roads actually made the buckles come undone. The good thing is that they're pretty easy to get to. So you got this little spot here, and then your buckles back there. So for these, what you got to do is stick something in between them, like this pocket knife, and tighten them. Check them periodically, because as you can see, they come loose. The good news is after we lost the straps, it kind of bounced up a little bit, and now it's back straight. So make sure you keep an eye on those straps. These hooks keep on messing up. Now, let me tell you what I did. I was able to find this monstrosity here in the desert. And what I did was I used that little hole right there to put that piece down in. What's happening is the hook is stretched, so it's not, for whatever reason, it's not hooking like it's supposed to. But now it should hook just fine. Damn, I'm in the middle of Death Valley. Like, I haven't seen anybody all day long. And as soon as I get around the hot springs, people. Matter of fact, up here it looks like there's a pop-up camper convention going on, especially whenever I pull in. Check this guy out though. He's got his own little teepee. Huh? That's pretty cool. Little FJ action, huh? These guys all got gas. I should have done that myself. So I stopped at the lower springs here, and pretty cool. The guy was just telling me that Lizard Lee stays back here. He hooked me up with some rolling rocks too, because it's about 3 hours to the gas station. But Lizard Lee is actually the normal guy that stays here. He's been here for 27 years. which is wild. Boy, that feels nice. Yeah, and it's warm. The name did not disappoint. There's a source apparently right over there by the little house, and Lizard Lee's been staying here for 27 years, living here. He just happens to not be here right now. So Dan is actually the acting camp host, but you can camp out here, which is good because it's about 3.5 hours for me to get back up to Panamint Springs, which is where the gas station is. So I'll make that trek in the morning to go up there and get gas. I'm about a halfway on fuel, so I should be good. But like I said, 3.5 hours. My main concern was I kind of wanted to get some beer for the hot spring so I could kind of soak and chill out. And Dan hooked it up with some Rolling Rocks, so super stoked about that. But for tonight, I'm just going to chill out around here and call her good. So see you in the morning. Peace.